USA men's basketball team pretty much cruised through their first two matchups during these Paris Olympics in 2024. But there are some other teams that's out there from other countries representing their countries that could possibly be a threat to U.S. men's basketball. I'm here to talk about it, break it down, but you already know we got to play the intro first.
Thank you for tuning in to the number one place for your basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the Cognac Boys.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of NBA Central, your number one spot for everything basketball. I'm your host here, Bobby, and I'm turning up for the guys as we get ready and continue to talk about basketball and continue to get ramped up in this thing. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. I think it's a good time to talk about some Olympic basketball, especially because the United States of America got a huge opportunity to potentially bring that gold back to the crib. And we talk about some of those threats that could potentially be out there. And I got a few that's on my mind. If you want to feel free to and feel like there's a sleeper that I'm sleeping on, drop it in the comment box below so I can become aware. And also, you don't know. And then I know that right now, with during the Olympics, you've seen some, some decent teams out there, but then you've seen some really good teams. You know what I'm saying? I seen Greece over there. They kind of hooping a little bit, probably on the lower tier when you talk about it with just Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then you got Australia over there with Josh Giddey, Patty Mills, Dante Exum, a couple more players over there trying to make a fight just to, try to see what they could do. But they took a bad loss the other day. That's Australia versus Canada. They trying to fight for some positioning as well. Then we got France with Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert over there trying to hold down the fort with the Twin Towers, the international towers is what we can kind of look at that. You got Serbia kind of being one of those tier 2 or lower tier type, teams. And but you got the joke over there. And most of those guys, a lot of the times when it comes to international basketball, it's not always about talent. Sometimes these guys are just on for that one elimination game to take it all. And sometimes when you got a player like Joker, you can overcome some things if the guys surrounding him can fill up the box score alongside of him. Then you got Germany over there with the Wagner brothers, Mo and France, and then Dennis Schroeder is over there hooping as well. But then you got Canada. Then you get to Canada. Canada is the biggest threat to the United States men's basketball team. That's how I'm coming. That's how I'm looking at it. We talking about SGA, Jamal Murray, Dylan Brooks, a lot of NBA players right over there hooping for Canada right now, and they holding it down. Lou Dort is on that squad. So they got guys over there who's going to be able to match up pretty damn well with Team USA and be able to put some pressure on them as well. And I think that when you talk about a guy that's been in MVP conversations like SGA, you talk about a champion like Jamal Murray, you talk about guys that's out there, who has some NBA experience, who's been some antagonizers around the NBA world, and Dylan Brooks, whether you like him or not. A lot that man, he gets on people's nerves, and a lot of people, it's gonna be some smoke out there. I know y'all seen KD the other day telling South Sudan, y'all ain't tough. Hold on, what we doing? Y'all boys ain't tough over there. And then as KD proceeded to do what he do, and he had a perfect game prior to that, in his fresh start to these Olympics. You know what I'm saying? But Canada, I believe, could be a force. You know what I'm saying? I think they might not have the size per se as the United States and what they could present with Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, and Bam Adebayo, but they do have some very, very dynamic players, SGA being one of them. We know that Jamal Murray loves hooping against Anthony Davis. If every time you see, the matchups between Jamal Murray and the Nuggets versus the Lakers, it's Jamal Murray making some big, big buckets to put the pressure on and seal games for those Nuggets. I understand this is a different game. I understand this is a different level of talent. I understand that the United States have everything right there in their hands for the taking. And I believe that they will be able to smack Puerto Rico in their matchup coming up later this week. But when it's time to push everything in the middle of the table, they gonna have to fight a little bit. They're gonna have to throw some bows a little bit. And if they end up in that gold matchup versus Canada, Team USA cannot come in this and take this matchup lightly at all. Don't think that you got it sealed in the bag. And I will say this, anything other than the gold will be a failure for Team USA. We have the better talent. We got LeBron, we got KD, we got Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Derek White, Drew Holiday. The list goes on. A very, very talented team that can get up and down the floor, who has some rebounders, who has some dynamic shot blockers or defenders, and Bam Adebayo and Anthony Davis. Those will be those guys that kind of help determine how this game gonna go. And I think Easy Money Sniper is gonna be sniping that night. That's just how I'm looking at it. He's been one of those key cogs these last few years when it comes to FIBA basketball and recently the Olympics to kind of help propel Team USA over the top so they can capture gold. You know what I'm saying? And win. And I think that that's what it's really going to come down to. I'm hoping, I'm not even going to lie to you, before we even get to that gold matchup, I'm hoping we see some type of breakout for Jason Tatum. I ain't even going to lie to you. I think that's just something personal for me. I understand the benching. It was based on matchups, and Steve Kerr said what he said. But I feel like Jason Tatum got to have one of those nights like, yeah, I know what's being said. I know how y'all feeling about me, but this is why I'm here. This is why I deserve to be an Olympian. This is why I'm an NBA champion. This is why next year I'm going to be pushing for another championship to go back to back. I'm really, really selfishly asking for Jason Tatum to step up and deliver, because Canada, those guys are hungry. When they in their most recent game, you know what I'm saying, that took place, that I took eyes on and watched, they play Australia, and Australia was going back and forth, and Australia went into the half with like a 4 or 5 point lead. Canada came on and they put clamps on everybody. The length and the length of SGA, the physicality that's coming with Lou Dort, the togetherness and the shooting ability that Nembhard had out there, that Jamal Murray had out there, the ability to attack the paint and get just make tough buckets after buckets after buckets was SGA, certified bucket getter. Those are gonna be some problems for some of these USA guys. But the USA guys, they got some things to punch back with them. I know SGA going down here is a scary sight. Get out of the way. I understand that Jamal Murray, you know what I'm saying, once he gets it going, he can get it, he can get hot and get going. But I'm saying, look, USA, men's basketball, men's USA basketball, you got Drew Holiday over there for a reason. You got Derek White over there for a reason. You got Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo over there for a reason. That's all I'm saying. And that's on the defensive end. Now, we talking about how it's going to work on the offense. I'm looking at LeBron James, Steph Curry, KD. To me, those are the three elder statesmen right there. Y'all got to bring this thing home. But I am saying, tread lightly. Because if you come up in here cocky, you know what I'm saying, that scared that you seen during the exhibitions versus the first time you play South Sudan, and you got a little nervous, you might not be making it out of that nervousness or the anxiety attack that might be coming, because SGA can close. We seen Jamal Murray look Anthony Davis in the face and say, hell, I'm going home with the dub at the buzzer at that. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be very, very interesting to see this. You know, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how it all plays out. But I'm very, very excited to see. I hope you all have been enjoying the Olympics, because I have. I've been watching swimming, guys. Swimming. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's been some of the things I've been enjoying. And you already know we give it up to Simone Biles. How can you not? But nonetheless, let me know down below, who do you guys believe could be the biggest threat to steal gold from U.S. men's basketball team? Let me know who you think that could be. My choice is Canada. I just think Canada, they have a lot of pieces that can go at USA if USA come in and they think they finna cakewalk through something. Nah, buddy, it ain't gonna go down that way. It ain't gonna go down that way. They have a number of NBA talent on their team, guys that are currently in the league. And I didn't even mention RJ Barrett. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying these guys are world beaters as individuals, but they got some guys that know how to compete and play within a system a specified system that can help them, and they come with, and they've shown that they can flip that switch and make it a lot difficult for whoever that opposing team is because of the length and the size that they have over there. So let me know what you all think down below. That's it for today. Me and the guys, we will be back together. We got other things we gotta work out with on the other side of the network. So thank y'all for tuning in to this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel on your way out, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next for sure.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.